And Andrew carrying his new baby Cash out onto the field. He becomes the 44th player to notch up 300 NRL games. His mum and dad, Graham and Wendy, his sister Lucy, his wife Carly, they're all there. Lovely to have the family involved, and he's done it the hard way too, Andrew McCulloch. We're talking here about someone who plays at the absolute forefront, and he's the 4th hooker to notch 300 games. Cam, you know all about this. It's an amazing accolade. He makes 41 tackles a game on average, Andrew McCulloch, so he puts his head in all the wrong spots. To get to 300 games is quite an achievement.
It is. It's a huge achievement, Matt. And as you mentioned, he gets through a ton of work every week that he plays in the NRL, playing right in that middle position. And he stands in front of guys that are, well, they're much bigger than what he is. And he never, ever shirks the job at hand. And it's a wonderful occasion for himself and the family and the Dragons.
And it's a big night too for St George Illawarra. It was a disappointing performance to say the least. Cody Nikorima, also a milestone of sorts for him. His 150th NRL appearance. And his 3rd club now, his 5th game for South Sydney. Started at Brisbane and came to Souths via the Warriors. So Thursday night footy underway here. Cody Ramsey, oh, he starts us with a long kick, and it's knocked on by Lachlan Ilias. Now, I know what's triggered this, Phil Gould. It's a blood moon tonight. It means chaos and disruption. It didn't take long. It took 10 seconds for the chaos to set in.
Anything can happen tonight. Absolutely anything. And here we are, the first kick-off of the game. He's trained all week. He's ready for his big moment. And he spills his lollies.
Chaos and disruption.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, they want to defend for their life here. Make him feel a little bit better. But if the Dragons were to open the scoring, what a start.
And McCulloch away to Ben Hunt now, and Sully grasped very well on a legs tackle. Tane Milne, the defender there, he's Bird this time. And the Dragons are well poised here. Hunt running onto it and delivers a pass to Laurie. Stopped by Jai Arrow, played to McCulloch, away to Hunt, has a look, sends it to Amone, then Ramsey, then Sully, who's such a strong ball runner, runs for almost 160 metres a game in 2022. Amone, away to Hunt, short pass here, Sewer, ball's come free, Souths will get it back, they have defended the error.
They certainly have, good defence too. Plenty of side-to-side ball movement there for the Dragons to start the game, but the Rabbitohs read them well.
There's a shot on Graham by DeBellet, who's up in the front row tonight. And centre of the 20-metre line. Ball played by Burgess. He goes to Tola, who was one of 3 players in this Souths team to be selected for Tonga this week. They'll take on New Zealand as part of rep round. What a clash that will be. Now, Ilias, after a regrettable start, sends a kick down where Ramsey is waiting for it, and he's really making a fist of this number 1. Oh, another blue!
Over the ground.
Chaos and disruption.
Well, the full moon's not favouring one side over the other. It's dished it out to both teams in the early stages. Cody Ramsey, what was going through his mind?
Yeah, a couple of coach killers to start with. Down to you, Freddie. Conditions tonight down on the ground level?
Well, apart from the blood moon playing up with the 2 teams, it's quite mild down here. It's 13 degrees, feels a little bit colder, which isn't too bad. The grass looks fantastic. There's a big westerly breeze coming, so if you're going for a 40-20, you're going for the ocean side.
Oh, that's another ball on the deck. It went back. Johnston! Important tackle by Sewer. We'll come back to you, Brad, because they're on the march here, South Sydney. Totola running towards the post. Tackled by DeBellin around the legs. McCulloch up top. Oh. The blood moon. It's casting a shadow over Wynn Stadium early. Cook now. Totola. A metre out from the line. Tackle 4 here. They go to Walker. That was a weird old pass, wasn't it? That was it's a penalty to the Dragons.
Moan was held out of trying to retrieve this loose ball off the ground. It's a funny old start by both sides. They just look a little bit unsettled. Some passes being passed that maybe should just be held, and that ball carrier taking the tackle, but we'll see what the Dragons have here.
Good tackle. Some real power in that one. To Tolder on Bird, 10 short of the halfway. Jack DeBellin now. Yes, their defence in particular last week was a real worry. In fact, the Dragons, they missed more tackles than any team in the competition, believe it or not. They can see just over 22 points a game this year. Sully out on the left. He's a weapon. And Hunt now. Lomax is chasing after a kick that was aimed for him, and he scooped it up in one hand, and he gives it to Ben Hunt. What a try! What a beautiful kick. The 7 and the 4 in combination to get us underway.
Well, he called for that one, didn't he, Zach Lomax? He wanted the kick. Ben Hunt obliged. He put it over, and it was an awkward position for both Cody Nikorima and Alex Johnston. Harvey Norman replay. You'll see this nicely from the reverse camera angle. Distinct one in between fullback and winger. Oh, it got a shocking bounce. Lomax was there to pounce on it, and, well, the man that started the play with the kick, he's there to back it up.
Some players in the game have just got magnets, ball magnets in their hands. Zach Lomax is one of them. I've seen him take some freakish catches, but the ball does bounce for him. It really bounces for him. He just attracted it with magnets, Brad Fittler.
I was watching Zach Lomax off the ball then. He was preparing for a set play, and then realised all of a sudden the set play was a kick. And just watching him move, and you can tell there's a level of focus about what he's doing tonight. Here he is at the back. Look at him just getting set nice and deep there. Realises it's a kick, then pushes through, puts the arm up. Not only gets a good bounce, but have a look how he gets that right arm out there and just sucks it in. Finds the support player in Ben Hunt. But he's thinking tonight. You can see he's moving, working off the ball. Good start from Zach Lomax.
Well, that'll energise the local fans here in Wollongong. And Lomax makes it 6-0.
Stay back, guys.
There's the blood moon. Weird and wonderful things are happening here at Wynn Stadium. 6 points to 0. The Dragons over the Rabbitohs in a funny old start to Thursday night footy. And Zach Lomax gets the Dragons on the board. They've got a shocking record head-to-head against South Sydney. They've lost their last 8 in a row. And they've won only 3 of their last 20 games against the Rabbitohs. Here's a player, Talatau Amone. Great footwork. And now Ben Hunt. And Bird trying to find a pathway through. Laurie now. Kaloa Matangi and Totola combining. A couple short of the halfway. McCulloch and Amone with the kick. Oh, Lomax has got another one. South let him catch it.
Magnets,
Go
I
10 on
told
that
you.
line.
He's got magnets.
Give him the ball, Zach. Come on, mate.
So, Gus, how often do we get a blood moon? They say, what is it, once a century or something?
Yeah, once every 100 years. I've seen about 10 of them.
Release now.
For something that doesn't happen very often, we seem to get one every year.
Yeah, there's one later in the year as well. So,
Yep, another one in November, boys.
right.
And then the next one's not till 2025.
Okay.
So let's make the most of it.
Yeah. Enjoy it while you can.
Together
I don't think I'll see that one.
What, the November one? Kaloamatangi.
I'm even money for November.
Just get the Melbourne Cup Day. Burgess. Cam, no CPR anyway. Walker. Ravalawa. He's had a try-scoring drought, McKaylee. He opened the season with a hat-trick, but he's gone 10 games without scoring a try. And now Matt Feeney hasn't played since round 12 because of illness. McCulloch, get it out of here on tackle 3. 40-20, 40-20, it's rolling. It doesn't get there, Nikorima. He scooted along the turf and he had to run. Oh, and he gives a pass away here. Johnston tackled well.
And that's a good recovery by South. A great kick by McCulloch. Early kick. Always puts the opposition under a lot of pressure.
Here's Mill now. Nine metres, 8 metres, 7 metres short of halfway. Ben Hunt with a tumble turn over his back, and now Kaloamatangi.
And that's tackle 1, 6 again.
Another
6 again. Good tackle there by DeBellin. Speared in around the legs of Totola. With some extended ball. Oh, no. Graham's dropped one. That was lovely. Hands out the back by Walker. And when you consider the tackle count had been restarted, that one will sting South. It's an opportunity lost.
Yeah, well, Campbell Graham was looking up because the pass from Cody Walker was so quick and so good. He knew it had given him a chance. You watch this. Cody Walker gets this in and out of his hands really quickly, and Graham actually looks up thinking, oh, might be a chance here. And he didn't catch the ball.
Yeah, well, he did. He probably was surprised by how much time and space he had in front of him, Gus.
Yeah.
When he looked up, he seen Zach Lomax. I think he knew that he had him covered on the outside. Just needed to try and take that ball cleanly.
Oh, good contact.
Dragons playing in their Indigenous jerseys tonight. It's the first game they've had at home since Indigenous round, so they've started to don the Indigenous jersey.
Lovely pass there. Sewer running onto an inside ball by Amone. He's got some game, this Talatau Amone, doesn't he? Here he is again with speed and footwork. He's gone through. Ravalawa. Oh, the try-scoring drought is over. And it's this outstanding young prospect, Amone, who has looked dangerous from kickoff. He's put the big winger away. They've scored 2 now.
Yeah, that was what a play by Amone. And I spoke with the coach, Anthony Griffin, pre-game. Harvey Norman replay. He's got huge raps on this young man. Just look at this. Show out. Campbell Graham, he fell for the dummy. And just the speed to cover that first 20 metres to get away from the cover defence. He draws the fullback and puts Ravalawa over for his first try in a long time. He's a special talent, this young man. Down to you, Freddie.
Well, it was a 3-on-3, so there were as many defenders as there were attackers. And you got to say, he's got some confidence. He looked up and saw Cam Murray and thought, I'm going to take you on. And he beat him. Hands up. Cam Murray thought he had him, and just that little skip to the outside showed fantastic acceleration. Look, it's a 3-on-3. Takes Cam Murray on, skips, gone. And finishes it with a nice pass. They're on fire, the Dragons.
Yeah, sometimes it's a great play. Other times it's just a great player. And that was an example of a great player. Created it for himself. Beat his man one-on-one. A little bit of a fake, a head fake, a little bit of a show, and then footwork, speed, power through the line. Set his winger up nicely.
Still a kid. 19, I think.
Yeah, he was part of a very elite group that came through the Illawarra system a few years ago in the junior rep program.
Well, the Dragons, this is a big night for them. After a most disappointing effort last week, they can enter the 8, albeit temporarily, with a win tonight, and they have started in fine fettle, and Lomax, one of the sharpshooters of the game, to make it 12-0. He's done just that.
Stay back. Step on.
Talatau Amone with a wonderful setup for Ravalawa. He's been picked in the Tongan squad this week as well, Talatau Amone, so he'll get a taste of international football against New Zealand next week. Oh, there's a good run.
Yeah, they'll be a little bit shell-shocked here, the Rabbitohs. They weren't expecting this.
They want a high tackle penalty. They get a penalty anyway.
Crowd wins. The referee tried to wait him out, but he couldn't. Crowd wins.
They've outbooed the Souths fans there.
Sorry, Ben.
That was a good boo.
That's my fault. Should have got in.
He's celebrating his 300th, Andrew McCulloch. We can't rough him up. It's his night.
Good turnout in the Gong tonight.
Yeah, it's a healthy crowd, Gus. The hill over on the eastern side pretty full. Freddie.
I've got to say, for a Thursday night, this is a fantastic crowd. Yeah, the hill looks awesome. But just after the kick, they had the music playing. I've got to say, the 5,000 people behind me were all singing. It's quite the atmosphere.
Here's Hunt, here's Amone again on the other side. Now Ramsey, we know how fast he is, and he joins into the back line nicely, but he's accounted for by Tano Milne and Lachlan Ilias. Amone again, and Hunt running onto it. And now for Lomax with great footwork. He stepped inside of Graham. Arrow there with Walker, but they're down inside South 20 once again, and still with a couple of plays left. DeBellin, Amone, he's touched it on every play on this set. And our first try scorer tonight, Zach Lomax. McCulloch for Hunt, they come back against the angle. DeBellin! Jack DeBellin's going to score. Oh, this is a carver.
Yeah, and the main man involved, Ben Hunt. I don't know if we could hear on the coverage, but referee Grant Atkins, he called out Cody Walker. He was offside or not square at marker. So Ben Hunt, Harvey Norman replay. Just watch Cody Walker. He's called offside. He starts heading back towards the try line and he picks out that space. Good vision there by Ben Hunt. It's a big reason why he's leading the Dally M. And Jack DeBellin, well, he's saying, get away, I want to put the ball in the stands. That's a good try by the Dragons.
Well, even if he was called offside, if Cody Walker was called offside by the referee, you've got to make the tackle close to your line and concede the penalty. You just can't stand there and do nothing. But they're just totally out of sorts, the Rabbits. They've dropped the first kick-off. They've dropped a couple in attack. And the rest of the game, the Dragons are just running them ragged. Sideline to sideline and then back through them. Couple of shifts. This is just too easy. This is too easy. That's terrible defence.
Well, it was just a lack of movement from the markers, wasn't it? Cody Walker was one of them. I think Campbell Graham was in there, and once the ball left the dummy half position, they stood still. Walker, well, excuse the pun, but he walked a few steps, and at this level, you do that, there's going to be a hole somewhere, some space, and the Dragons found it.
Freddie.
Yeah, just as you were talking, Tom Burgess walked past. Only 16 minutes in, Mark Nichols has lined up with the interchange card in his hand.
Well, that might have been the hook for Tom, because he was the one that just threw out a left hand there without much conviction. Coach might have trying to make a statement. Now that breeze has freshened a little bit. You can see the flags on top of the posts. Just flapping in the breeze. Oh, spooked him.
Stay back. Stay behind.
Blistering start for the Red V here in Wollongong. Oh, the kick nearly went over Ben Hunt's head. But the lorry rumbles back where Kaloa Matangi's waiting for him, and Mark Nichols, who's gone out there. So a statement, as Gus points out, Jason Demetriou, he's got the old hook out.
Release.
Tom Burgess off.
Hold it.
No, this is a more stern defensive effort after 3 tackles of the set. Some good power in that tackle. State of Origin 2, Sunday week, June 26. Coming to you from Optus Stadium in Perth, where Queensland can seal the deal. And New South Wales are hoping to take it into a decider. We'll get some Origin teams named Sunday/Monday. New South Wales Sunday and Queensland Monday morning, a shorter camp.
Coming in tackle 5.
Well, we've got a challenge
Got a
here.
captain's challenge from South Sydney.
South Sydney have said we don't want to do any more tackling. Can we just have a challenge here?
Ball breaks down.
Well, if they get this one wrong, they're in all sorts.
The referee said it was crowding. I don't know about that. He was just trying to get up.
So
Too technical.
So crowding, as we wait this outcome, is essentially...
The knee of Damien Cook knocks the ball out. The challenge is unsuccessful.
So you're a better person to explain crowding, Cam. What are they looking for there?
Well, it's giving sufficient room for the person playing the ball to rise to their feet and play the ball. But, you know, Damien Cook, he can't disappear. He's got to rise to his feet as well. So I think after the referee adjudicates it as crowding, it's very hard for the bunker to
Surely, with a one-handed ball to Fine, down the wing, Fine against Ilias. He beat him, he got to Nicarima, he still goes. Can somebody make a tackle? Fine's put down 3 metres out. Oh, the bunnies are in all sorts here. A moan against the grain.
That's enough, Cody.
Steps back on the inside and tackled by Walker. That time he's taking forever to get off him. Oh, 6 again for your life. Ben Hunt going to work. Sully with another charge.
Get off, Cam. Come on, straight up. Wait.
2 metres short. They've already got 3. They might have a 4th try coming here. Ben Hunt to Bellin with a one-hander. Tarek Sims and then a moan and Lomax. Zach Lomax. Graham lifting backhand to Rabbitohs. Oh, Rabbitohs with another one.
What a try!
How about that?
Stop it. Stop it. They had that covered 3 times. Where is South Sydney?
Well, they've stayed on the bus. They've stayed on the bus, Gus.
Well, there's first tackle. We'll go round him on the left. Harvey Norman replay. Easily across to the left. Can't tackle him over there. Have another run, mate. Keep going. And then they'll bring it back to the right-hand side. And they looked as though they had them covered 3 times here. Ball out the back, offload. Zach Lomax, they've got him. Now they haven't. There's the flick pass. Rabbitohs, they've got him. No, they haven't.
Oh,
Stop it.
cheek.
That's incredible. 20-0.
Yeah.
Brad Fittler.
Well, they should have scored it three tackles earlier when Talatai Moan stepped inside. Zach Lomax and Ravalawa had their arms up. There was no defenders at all. And then somehow the two of these geniuses on the right-hand side have manufactured a flick pass. And whatever Ravalawa did then, I've never seen that before. So that was pretty impressive as well.
Oh, there you go. That's how you blow a try-scoring drought out of the water. We're 20 minutes in, it's 20-0, and big Michaeli Ravalawa, there you go, just bounced off Johnston. Oh, gee. The Dragons are on fire, but what do you say about Souths? Another one that's been missed kick by Lomax. Oh, the Dragons are roaring here. Laurie on the way back. Now, have a look at the missed tackle count. South Sydney have missed. It's 11 missed tackles after 20 minutes. Now, that's a lot. That's a big number. And total tackles, well, it's all stacked against Souths here, and not the least the score.
It's almost double the amount that they've done. The Dragons are enjoying a majority share of the football. But they seem up for this one, and the Rabbitohs, they forgot to pack their attitude tonight in defence. Every player's missing tackles.
Well, they got some ball now, South Sydney, but look where they're getting it. Inside their own 20. Jackson Paulo now.
Well, they're just not here. They're not here.
Oh, Graham roughed up. Oh, he squeezed it out the back. That was good. Walker now. Walker with the ball away. Johnston. He's got red jumpers all around him.
Something or someone has got to trigger them.
Here's Harvili on the ground. Another one of the Tongan brigade. Murray short of Nichols. Nichols trying to power through the defence. Inside the 30. A productive set here for South. A kick by Ilias. That was too long.
Well, that's terrible.
Well, Gus, why would a team like the Rabbitohs, in their position, they're sitting 7th, Dragons only 1 win behind them, turn up tonight the way they have? There's no reason.
You're asking me to explain footballers and mentality? I've been doing this 50 years. I can't work it out.
Well, they're off 2 big wins. They flogged the West Tigers and 30-16 last week against the Gold Coast, and the score flattered the Titans. And maybe the lopsided score lines there. Maybe that's it. Goes somewhat towards answering the question there.
Well, to be fair, it's a reflection of their season so far, the Rabbitohs. It's really been a toss of the coin, hasn't it, with their performances?
There's been a bit of this in them at various stages during the year.
Here's a kick by Hunt. Surly motoring after it. Surly! With an unbelievable catch and put down. That's their 5th try.
Yeah, and we talk about attitude. That's all attitude. That's Moses Surly wanting the ball more than anyone else. Now, he's surrounded by a couple of Rabbitohs players. There's Rabbitohs jerseys in the picture. Just watch here on the Harvey Norman replay. Ben Hunt, right boot, puts it in a lovely spot. Well, he outcompetes 2 Rabbitohs players and then takes Cody Nikorima across the line. That's hunger, that's attitude. And the Dragons, they've got plenty of it tonight. It's a great try by Moses Suli. What a hot start.
Wow.
Down to you, Freddie.
Well, if you go a minute down the other end of the field, Lachlan Ilias had a similar opportunity, and his ball went in goal and allowed a 7-tackle set. It's one thing with attitude, but then to be able to tie a bit of execution on the end of it. Ben Hunt's kick is absolutely perfect, landing a metre or so out from the line, giving his chances every opportunity to take the grab. And Moses Suli, who I've never seen do this before, it's an absolute cracker of a take. Straight across the top of Jackson Paulo. What a beautiful try.
Too good. Everything they're doing is, or everything they touch is just turning to gold. Been quite expansive from the Dragons tonight. A lot more passing in their game than we've seen for a while. Perhaps recent results have said, you know what, we'll throw caution to the wind tonight and just get out and play some football. And they seem to be responding to it. And Zach has miskicked his last couple.
Oh, that one just snuck between them. All right, 26-0. They're beating the clock. The Dragons, and have a look at that for a run back by Laurie. He knocked Tane Milne over. Oh, they all want to run. They're lining up past the entertainment centre for a run of the footy. Look at Suli. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Well, they're all pushing each other out of the way to have a run.
It's amazing. Offload. Ramsey. Oh. Electric footwork. Billy with a good tackle, and Graham there too. Oh, what about that for a graphic? Last 10 possessions, 9 for the Dragons. Oh, that's amazing.
Lachlan's in the ruck. He didn't win the tackle, mate. He won the tackle, and you're in his way.
Another penalty. Here they come again. Rabbitohs can't stop them. There is nothing we've seen so far to suggest the Rabbitohs will stop them this time.
Looks like they're lining up their right edge here. The ball magnet, Lomax, he might see the pill again.
Everyone's lining up. Give me a run. Give me a run.
Here's Hunt now. And Amon and Ramsey and Suli. Inside the 20 when he played that. Amon and Laurie with a change of direction. And Cook's there to meet him. Some help by Milne and Havili as well. McCulloch now. And Bert Ramsey. Another one. Another try.
Well, there is nothing we've seen so far to suggest that South Sydney were going to stop them that time. And they didn't. And in the end, it's a rather soft try. Jack Bird just running over his opposite number and scoring the try. That's incredible. This is incredible what we're witnessing here. Harvey Norman replay. Just a little investigation down the short side. And Cody Ramsey bursts through a pretty inept looking tackle and comes up with another try for the Dragons. Dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
On the high shot, it looked as though the South Sydney players, they looked surprised by that short side raid by the Dragons. And they'll call on their heels a little bit. Can never afford to be, or any sort of moment where you switch off, particularly when you're defending your try line, particularly with speed like that. Just have a look here on this high shot. They just amble up. Oh, hang on, the ball's coming. Well, it was just a mismatch in the end. Cody Ramsey did well to evade the first attempted tackle.
Well, there's just no conviction in the physicality of the game. No one is making one-on-one tackles. They seem to be bouncing off them, or they're getting offloads, or they're pushing them around and getting a quick play of the ball. There's just no physical conviction whatsoever from South Sydney in any part of the game. We've only been going 28 minutes. It's 30-0.
Yeah, you're right, Gus. They're not just breaking tackles in attacking zones. They're breaking tackles coming off their own try line, the Dragons. It's every part of the field.
Well, the bench players are on their feet saying, let me get out there, let me run. No one's going to hurt me.
Even the 18th man wants a run. They've had 72% of the ball. Lomax. Another one. Wow, Lachlan Ilias has been removed. That is a big change. The halfback benched in the first half. Only the 4th time in St George Illawarra history they've scored 30 points in a half, and we've still got, what, 11 minutes to go. And the Dragons, as you can see there, temporarily, as part of the live ladder, find themselves in 8th position. Well, Cam, the halfback's got the hook before half-time.
Yeah, very rarely do you see that, Matty. And again, it's got nothing to do with the attack because they've had no ball. It's all defence.
Well, South Sydney, I'm just looking at players unavailable. Michael Cheekham and Jacob Host. Well, Latrell Mitchell, of course, but there's only 3 players unavailable. It's not as though they're missing 3/4 of their squad.
Last tackle, the Dragons, they took the odds to running it there. Moan's been tackled 10 metres over the halfway. Yes, Brad?
Yeah, with the halfback going off Lachlan Ilias, Blake Taffer's gone to fullback, and Cody Nikarima has gone onto the right side and playing halfback.
All right, Brad, thank you. That's a sign of desperation there from the coach to bench his starting halfback.
Well, we've got 4 starting numbers on the bench now. The 7, 8, 10 and 13. They're all sitting on the bench. The coach is not happy.
Here's Arrow.
Not often you see that. 4 starting numbers on the bench.
Nikarima for Taff. He missed last week. He was 18th man.
Well, there's the interchanges. The Bunnies, they've made 4 already in the first half.
Nikarima, there's a kick out here for Graham, who flies, touch back. Walker there. And the Dragons have plenty of energy. Rabbitohs got there to wrap him up.
Cameron, have you ever been in a team that's 32-0 behind? You wouldn't have never been in a team that was that far behind, would you?
Oh, I can't remember, Gus. I don't think so. Certainly not at this stage of the game. 30 minutes in, no.
See, every other footballer in the world says, yes, I have. The minute you paused, I thought, uh-oh.
Here's Francis Molo.
I would have said, yeah, plenty of times.
Ben Hunt now. Tackle kick away from Taff.
The GOAT said, no, not me.
Well, that's turning the screws, isn't it? 4th tackle kick when you lead 32-0 and everyone's chasing them. They're trying to box South down their end. Here's Jackson Paulo.
And that's a smart decision too by Ben Hunt. That's experience, because as we've seen over the last little period of play, the Dragons players, every player on the field wants to touch the ball. You can get a little bit overexcited with a start like this. So Benny Hunt's just grabbed the football there and just settled it all down. Let's get back to our game plan, boys.
Villi, always wholehearted. Aaron Woods out on the ground now for Anthony Griffin's man. A kick now by Nikorima. Gets as far as Ramsey. Oh, gee, he's straight blistering with his footwork, isn't he?
But I cannot believe the lack of physicality in South Sydney's defence. Arm grabbing, throwing a hand out, not working in numbers.
'17's Michael Molo. He's out there with Francis, his brother. And Ramsey, oh, couldn't get it around the corner. Fine was waiting. Look how far they've travelled on this set. Hunt looks up, slips a pass away to Bird. And another offload. Oh, they're having some fun out there, but that one's come unstuck for them.
The other side of that is when you're coaching, what do you say to your team when they're behind by this far at half time? I don't think that part's in the coaching manual. What do you say to your team? By golly, we've got to do better.
Some sting in that defence on Graham. And now Arrow. Numbers in the tackle. Woods there.
Yeah, conversely, St George are doing everything in numbers, aren't they? Whether they're running with the ball with support or they're working hard in defence. There's another 3 in this tackle. They've got him smothered up and give him the slow death to the ground.
Cook now for Hame Saleh. Tackled by Woods again. And here's Havili. That's a good run. And squeezed out of that attempted tackle of Molo. Francis Molo, that is. Left now. Walker. A high kick. Johnston's there. Graham's there. Michaeli Ravalawa gets above them all. And another penalty to the Dragons.
Tackle's complete. Tackle's complete. It's after the tackle complete.
The penalties are 5-0 as well. They're not getting anything.
No, I was going to say, compounding what hasn't been a great night for them defensively. They've given away a fair few penalties, just piggybacking the St George Illawarra Dragons out of their own end. And we see Cody Walker. He's not feeling it tonight. There's the penalties. 5-0 to the Dragons.
Well, they've had all the ball. They're the only ones that can get penalties. The other side haven't had it long enough to force an error.
Telstra is proud to be the naming rights partner of the NRL Telstra Premiership for 21 consecutive seasons now. We thank them for their ongoing support. Oh, good defence there. It's Sile and Kaloa Matangi. He's had a wonderful season, but he's been defending almost exclusively tonight. Kian Kaloa Matangi. Throw some weight into that tackle as well. Nikorima up in the front line. And Sile, the third defender there. Away to Bird. Rolls it through. Dragons are coming. Where's the ball? Oh, well done. Jackson Paulo under extreme duress from the Moses Surley chase, but he did well to come up with a footy now. Taff. Oh. They're going to do well to get out of here, aren't they? The Dragons, they're so fast off the defensive line, they were too eager.
Now, well, for South Sydney, they're not going to do this as individuals. Somehow they've got to pull together and say, OK, we're all in this together. It's going to take a collective effort because we've got a long way to go and we've got to stand up and produce a performance here. So they need to get some togetherness real quick. And that comes from your talk and your effort levels and doing little things for each other rather than just playing as individuals.
Oh, no. Nichols. Oh, penalty.
Hand on ball. It's a
Hand on
breakdown.
ball.
I've ruled hand on ball. Hand on ball. Here we go.
He's saying I was nowhere near the ball.
Can they manufacture something to take into the break here, South Sydney? Havili playing it now. Nicarima, flat to Nichols. Nichols through. Mark Nichols one-on-one with Ramsey, who did a great job. Another penalty. That's 3 in a row.
No, it's not.
That should be a sin then.
Well, that's what Cody Walker's saying to Grant Atkins, referee Grant Atkins.
I'm scoring there. Okay, time off. Ashley thinking bin.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Just because of proximity to the goal line, Ashley.
Here we go.
Now, the bunkers intervened here.
Yeah. Grant Atkins, when Cody Walker challenged him, he said that's 10 in the bin. He said, no, it's not.
Yeah, the bunkers made that decision.
But did Amone grab a hold of Cody Walker
Twice.
after? Oh, twice.
Yeah,
Okay,
he did it earlier and then he got him again.
Yeah, we missed it on the replay. Yep.
They've got to score here. They really have to find a try. Sele, Cook now. And Havili in amongst a glut of defence. He's right underneath the posts at the northern end of the ground. And Nichols, they're trying to bash the front door down here. Woods is there along with Molo. Cook for Walker and Graham. Campbell-Graham shut down. They've survived 4 plays here. A 12-man defensive line. Walker for Damien Cook, for Mark Nichols. Look at the speed off the defensive line by Jack Bird. Nichols couldn't go anywhere. Cody Nicarima gets it back for Cook, who's dropped the ball.
Easy.
Yeah, they might have to send in a couple of Dragons before this levels out.
Hey, off we go.
Even just with 12 men there, they had them covered everywhere.
No, it's okay. Time off. Come on. Time off. Hey!
Here's the sin bin. He grabs him once, and then he'll grab him a second time.
Yeah.
What's that? Yeah, I think it's
Yep. There was a bunker one.
just going to get played ball, Ash.
And correct
Play ball, yeah.
decision.
Come on. Go to 10. Set up your 10.
So 32-0 at the break. What do you say to your team as a coach? What's your first word?
I don't think we can say that on air, Gus.
What's your first word?
What would be yours, Gus?
Eh?
What would be yours?
I once had a coach not come to the dressing room at all. He went and bought a pie and sat back down in his spot. He didn't come down. We had to work it out ourselves.
And what happened in the second half?
Not much. It didn't work, whatever he tried.
Here's Sewer. Again, he busts out of a tackle and an offload. McCulloch for Aaron Woods. He slips one away at the back. Hunt tries to throw it over the top. The ball came off a South Sydney hand. Now have a listen to the reception that the Red V's about to get here. Ah, they're up and about, the fans. Why wouldn't you be? This is unbelievable. They have scored 6 tries in the first half. They lead South Sydney 32-0 in Thursday night footy here in Wollongong. So Jason Demetriou appealing to his players to show pride in this famous jersey. 32-0, St George Illawarra leads.
Yeah, we thank Jason there. That wouldn't be an easy interview to do, and there would have been plenty of coaches that brushed it. But at least he faced up to it. He was quite honest, obviously very upset.
The red moon, or the blood moon. That's the only explanation, surely. Chaos and disruption
Well, the only place they can show commitment here at the moment is without the ball. They're going to have to defend well, hit in numbers, work hard for each other. That's where they've got to show they're going to try and turn this around. Let's see what they come up with. Tackle 1.
6 first half tries for the Dragons. They're on an 8-game losing streak against South Sydney. And there is a run full of venom to start the second half by Francis Molo, who only knows one way. Two Molos to start us. Francis first, Michael second, and now Aaron Woods. Played just outside the 30. Sewer this time. Only 2 Dragons forwards reached 100 running metres last week. Aaron Woods and Blake Lawrie. In fact, you know what? The leading metre reader for the Dragons last week in that performance against the Cowboys was Ben Hunt. So this is a complete reversal. They're all running it tonight. They're playing well and truly on the front foot, and they have been since the kickoff. Here's Graham. 12 short of the halfway. Now Kalamatangi. A reminder too, the Dragons still down to 12 with the main and the sin bin. And he won't be back for a little while yet. In fact, 6 minutes 20 to be precise. Cook short side. Walker with an attack at the defence. Ramsey was up there in the main line, and he's got a rush back to fullback as Cook uses some offside defenders as a shield there, and the ball is taken brilliantly. That's Ramsey, who had to sprint from marker, and he gets back to take the catch.
Well, a smart play by Damien Cook. He found a couple of markers not square. He went down that short side. They put a nice little kick in, and Cody Ramsey, he stuck that left hand out. It was wonderful play by the fullback.
Moses Sully, such some big returns for running metres this year. 175 against the Eels, a couple 100 metres against the Warriors, 184 last week against the Cowboys in a team, and that was pretty soundly beaten. Now Taff. The coach wants him to bring energy. He certainly bounces around the ground. Nichols. Look at the defence. Nichols had taken 2 steps and they were up there. Nicarima for Walker. Tries to thread arrow through a hole, but it was closed by Lomax. So they go back down the short side. Walker doesn't like what he sees. He comes back over to the open side now, and Kalamatangi finds himself one-on-one with McCulloch. Oh, and he ran straight over him there. McCulloch shrugged off in his 300th game. It's all gone to plan for Andrew McCulloch in the milestone night. Nicarima, no other option but to send it up in the air, and rather lower. Touched back by Graham. Ball goes away to Arrow. Now Johnston throws it on the boot. Bounces awkwardly. McCulloch's back there.
The 300 gamer. Nice play by the veteran.
So there's a bit more purpose to South Sydney's work after half-time. Look at this. Oh, he's picked up and dragged back. Moses Sully. Was it Sully? Sorry, it was a Molo. My apologies. And then Woods with a very quick play of the ball. Francis Molo now. And tackled by Selle. And Ben Hunt's got a kick from inside his own 30. Oh. The crowd enjoyed that. Paulo working through the middle of the ground. McCulloch with Woods, stop him on the halfway. Cook now and Havili. Runs for 13 metres. Woods there with another tackle. Again, they go left. And it's a short pass here to Arrow. Great tackle. Ben Hunt around the legs. Played it quickly, however. Nikarima darts out of dummy half, delivers the pass. It was bobbled but regathered before it touched the defender. That was pretty good work there by Walker, but he's out of action on the play. And, oh, gee, the pass has gone straight over the sideline.
He wasn't happy with himself there, Damien Cook. Seen a little opportunity to go down that left-hand side. This short side is Nikarima playing to Cody Walker. He bobbled it, as you said, Matty, but he regathered. Played the ball quite quickly, and that's when Damien Cook, you see here, he looks at an opportunity and, well, it just wasn't there. Alex Johnston, he didn't want a bar of that. It's a lot better start to this half for the Rabbitohs, though. You see they're a lot more committed in their defence. The Dragons, in their last set, they only made 23 metres. That's a big one tomorrow night, boys.
Yeah.
Melbourne Storm v the Broncos, second v fourth.
And a few walking wounded for the Broncos. They're missing Adam Reynolds, but Payne Haas is going to march on. He's got 2 busted shoulders. They copped a few knocks last week. Terrible news about Herbie Farnworth. He's been in wonderful form this year. But it'll be game on. You'll see it here on 9 tomorrow. Friday night footy from Amy Park. So it's Arrow. It's been strong for South this year. And they're inside Dragons territory again. They're stacked out to the right this time. It goes away to Walker. He finds a pass on the inside to Mill, who can't break the tackle of Bird. 23 metres short now. And Nikarima back on the inside. Kaloa Matangi, one-handed pass. Cook into the backfield. They cut him down. Ramsey and Hunt were there. Ben Hunt was the main tackler. Nikarima away to Milne. Oh, did he pass off the ground? No. Last tackle still. Nikarima, dummies. Where's he going to go here? Gives it back to Kaloa Matangi, and there's a penalty for obstruction.
You went this way and that way and this way and then past it.
I think the referee just summed it up nicely.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Grant Atkins, he summed it up. You went this way, you went that way, you went this way, and then past. He probably looped around, as we see Amon. He's returning to the field of play. Dragons have done a great job with only 12 men on the field. Yeah, there was just really know what was happening there. The Rabbitohs on the last play.
The Dragons look like they've handled it pretty comfortably with 12 men.
Well, to be honest, I'd forgotten they had 12 men, but they had them covered everywhere.
Okay, release the body.
The sin bin seemed like so long ago.
And now he's back out there. He's got a full tank of fuel, Talatau Amon. As Michael Marlowe comes off and Blake Laurie goes back out there. Amon to Hunt, to Bird, to Ramsey. Tackled on the 300 line, which they've marked up especially for Andrew McCulloch in a nice touch. Now Laurie. Tackle made by Milne and Nichols. Ben Hunt, high ball. Lomax is a leaper. There's some interference there. Johnston took it, but there's a penalty. They're saying illegal escort.
Escort.
Yeah, it's Campbell Graham. So the referees or the officials, they want you to keep eyes on the football at all times, and Campbell Graham there, he had eyes for the for the Dragons play. He knew exactly where he needed to be.
Let's go. Come on.
Well, they never conceded any with 12 men. Now they're back to 13.
Mark off him now. Hold, wait.
Ramon. One bounce. Fine with the collect.
Stand up now. Wait.
32-0. Is there more points on the way? Laurie.
He wants to leave her up square. Hold.
Havili part of the tackle with Kalamatangi. They head right now to Ben Hunt. Shows it. Unknown to a charging Sewer.
Joy, get off. Lloyd.
Good defence.
Hold.
Arrow there. Hunt to Amon to Bird. High tackle.
Inside 10.
The 8th penalty of the match to St George Illawarra. And more defence to be endured here for the Rabbits.
Stay on the line. Square, Saliba. Hold.
McCulloch.
Cody Kill.
Oh, they'll be very excited if he can score in his 300th. DeBellin now. He's already got one, Jack.
Get off the body. Come on.
He's close to the line here when he played it. And Ben Hunt with a kick in behind them. That's off Sewer's legs. But
Has that
good
contact,
presence
mate?
of mind there by Blake Taff, who's feeling for his head. And there is a penalty for some high contact on the South Sydney fullback.
Wait, it's foul play. It's foul play.
Hang on. We got someone on the field.
Yeah. Well, that's a waste of a fair bit of cash and I think it's a life ban. He's making an absolute goose of himself.
Yeah.
Well,
He might be heading the wrong way here.
Oh, yeah, out the window.
All right, the intruder is being removed. It took long enough. I've seen a lot of this year. It's dangerous to the players.
Well, who's to know what he's carrying?
No,
They took their time getting to him.
they really did. All right, normal service resumes. Walker kicks it onto the densely populated hill. They love that hill, don't they? Even though the Dragons have been up and down this year, I reckon every time we've been here at Wollongong, it's been stacked, that hill, for a Thursday night. It's a wonderful sight. Not too many hills left in rugby league. Murray's back on the ground, backhanded ball. Nichols in support. He's taken in a good... Oh, he's lost the ball. Penalty.
There's your mark. Go 10.
Quick tap, they're away. Nichols, he's off again. Can they open their account here, South Sydney? Nicarima, Walker, Arrow. On the 10-metre line. Plays it now. Pass to Murray, out the back. Knocked down by Hunt. There'll be 6 more tackles coming here. And he's got it back here, Murray. Thought the Dragons might have dived on it, but Murray recollects here for the Rabbits. Cook now. Selle is going to score, is he? Oh, he could have nearly reached out there. Not sure whether the ball, he had a grip on the ball to do so. Murray ducks away from Bird, and then the reinforcements come. They had a tackle count restart here, so plenty of time on this set for South Sydney as Taff searches, and the ball goes to Nichols. Another good one-on-one tackle. Sewer that time, just outside the 10. Here's Walker. Ball out to Graham. Tap on for Johnston. Oh, it's forward. The bat-on went forward, so nothing is working. Brad Fittler, you got a special guest.
Yeah, I just found someone wandering around. Nathan Blacklock, 3-time Ken Irvine medal winner. That's the most tries in a season. What brings you down here, Nat?
Oh, the weather. Oh, I love the weather down here, mate. It's so good. Coming from the creek to the coast, it's pretty good.
What's it like? Thursday night, beautiful crowd. You would have played plenty of games here. What's it like playing at this stadium?
Mate, it's amazing. The crowd, the atmosphere, you know, the view. It's absolutely amazing.
What about the performance they're putting on the moment? 32 points in the first half.
Mate, it's amazing. From last week's performance to now, the way they turned it around this week, things are good. Sign of good things to come.
Now, what are you doing with yourself these days? I believe you got a farm?
Yeah, you know, not riding Harley Davidson, so I'm right. But yeah,
we didn't do that very well, mate.
No, I've got a farm up home, which I want to say to everyone in Katingle, and my young bloke Nate. Hope you're behaving, okay? So, yeah, got some cattle and some sheep, so yeah, pretty happy.
Unreal, mate. Go and enjoy yourself. Grab a seat. They're doing a pretty good job out there.
Thanks, my man. Thank you. Thanks, mate.
Well, couldn't he light up a rugby league field? Nathan Blacklock, 99, 2000, 2001, the leading try scorer in the competition. And Alex Johnston, who is the leading try scorer with 14 this year, has the chance to equal that. He's been the leading try scorer in the comp the last 2 years, and given the form he's displayed this year, if he can continue on, he'll be the equal of Nathan Blacklock throughout those 3 years.
Stand up, boys, and lock in. Wait! Aaron off the body. Square, hold, wait.
So Burgess back on the ground after being relieved early in the first half. Played to Cook. And he sprints hard, Damien Cook. Can't find an opening, though. Wood shuts him down, and McCulloch. Walker with a floating bomb. An examination for Ramsey, and he spills it, and Souths get the ball back. Campbell Graham.
Here's a chance. That was a good bomb. Floated up in the breeze.
Inside pass, Burgess steaming onto it. A tackle made by Laurie and McCulloch. Within 5 metres of the goal line, Murray shut down by Jack de Belin.
Really good line speed by Jack de Belin.
Arrow now, back on the inside. But there's Dragons defenders everywhere at the moment. Murray and Burgess, he's going to try to bash through this defensive line. Can't. He's just short. We've got Kalal Matangi on the right here. Cook's not going to pass. He's going to dive himself. Damien Cook. He is going to score. Now, on the board, it's taken just over 57 minutes.
Well, the Rabbitohs lead 4-0 in the second half. Been a little bit more resolved since the break. Harvey Norman replay. There's the big bomb floating up in the breeze. No spin on the ball. Just letting the air pockets take it around, and poor old Cody couldn't get a handle on it. It gave them 6 again. And Damien Cook finds a little crack in the defence underneath Aaron Woods to score. Brad Fittler.
Watching Cody Walker kick that ball, it took me back to a message the great coach of the 70s and 80s, Jack Gibson, said to me one day in the Roosters dressing shed. He said, you can never kick the ball high enough. When I watched Cody Walker kick that, his only intention was to get it as high into the sky as possible, and it worked.
Well, they've started the comeback, South Sydney. 32-6 now. Here's a graphic of South Sydney's biggest comebacks. Biggest ever, 24 points. They won 30-28. So they'd have to break new ground if they'd have come back from 32-0 down here. What's your favourite saying? The journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. Here's Nichols, of all people, finds himself bursting through some open space. Here comes Souths. Damien Cook. Cody Nicarima. Walker. He kicks for Johnston. Johnston's flying. Rabbitohs gets back there and he's in the field of play. And look at this. They're shoving and pushing and driving. And there will be a goal line dropout coming.
Well, they found a bit of energy, haven't they, the Rabbitohs, with that try. The number 9, Damien Cook, that man on screen. And it was smart play by Cody Walker. You've seen Ravalawa a little bit out of position. You see there 3 and 4 of the Rabbitohs players getting in and getting underneath Zach Lomax to drive him into the in-goal. Another golden opportunity for them to post some points on the board.
It's not a deep kick, it's a missed kick probably. And Arrow now. And taken by Amon in the tackle and Nichols. Can they go bang bang here, Souths? You just never know in this great game. Burgess one out, runs towards the sticks. Tackle by McCulloch. Murray now, linking, here's Milne. Great defence, Fine raced in. And the ball bobbled, but it didn't contact the Dragons player. So Milne is allowed to retain possession. Cook sends it away. Murray. A hand there by Sewer means it's 6 more coming. Taft now. Nearly pokes his head through the line. And the Dragons being asked to weather some defence. Oh! Tarek Sims with a big shot on Burgess. Cook wanted to go left. He goes to his skipper in the middle of the ground instead. Now Nichols has it. Pretty much underneath the black dot there. And they're going to score another one. There you are, Cameron Murray.
And he's been fantastic in this second stanza, Cam Murray. A lot of the positive football happening for the Rabbitohs over the last 10 minutes have come from that man, the number 13, Harvey Norman replay. Well, he just hits a hole beautifully off Damien Cook. And it might have been Sims. Just got caught in no man's land. He was defending in between players. He's gone over almost untouched there, Cam Murray.
Well, that was pretty ordinary defence, wasn't it? South Sydney getting a run of possession, but you would expect the Dragons to be better than that on their goal line. Interesting, isn't it? How long to go? 18 minutes.
Long enough.
And time off. Stay back.
32-12. If South can just get another one quickly here, there'll be some very nervous Dragons, one would think.
Moses, move! Hold! Go one way, come on, mate.
Totola back on the ground. Brad Fittler.
Hold!
Well, I didn't give a chance to give you my other bit of great advice that came from the great Jack Gibson after the try. And his other bit of advice was, don't play tennis or squash. It had nothing to do with the try, but if you're a footballer, they're not good sports to play.
Thanks, Brad. Wise man, Jack Gibson.
Can never kick it high enough.
Don't play tennis or squash. They're off again. Walker. He ran a long way there, Cody. Now Cook can scurry. And Taff running onto it. Oh, Souths have got the spinnaker up here. Cook away to Walker. Burgess just short. And Tatola would have scored there, but Ben Hunt got himself between them in a brilliant bit of play.
That was a big play by the skipper, and it had to be made. If he doesn't take that intercept, the Souths, they're over the try line again. It's a big play there by a smart footballer.
Oh. If they score there, they're a dead set chance to come back and win this. And they probably still are.
Well, the Dragons were going better with 12 men.
Yeah.
Since they got back to 13, it's been pretty average.
Fascinating. And the ball bounces up nicely for Taff. He's going to send it to Jackson Paulo. The Pacific Tests are just around the corner with all the action live from Campbelltown Sports Stadium on Saturday, June 25. You need to be there for the Clash of the Pacific, with tickets starting from just $10 for adults and $5 for kids, and we've got an error. NRL.com/tickets as always, and that might take a bit of wind out of the sails.
Yeah, Blake Taft just trying to do it all too quickly here. Comes up with the fumble. He's the 300 game man, just having a little spell on the sideline. Dragons have just got to find a little bit more intensity. They've lost their fizz at the moment. Looks like they're just trying to cruise towards the finish line. Need to get energetic again.
So Moses Mbai in 14 is on the park. Talk about the ultimate utility. He's had 6 games at fullback. He's had 5 games at hooker, and this is his 3rd game off the bench this season. Laurie playing it. Mbai doing the dummy half duties. And now a moan. And the 2 Origin stars, Murray and Cook, account for him in the tackle. Sims now. Tatola and Cook stopping him. Mbai sends it right to Ben Hunt, and then to Ramsey, and the ball for Rabbitohs, who's already got a couple of tries. He's going to be dragged over up onto the hill, though.
Play the ball.
Well, where was this in the first half? It's taken embarrassment on the scoreboard to suddenly get the Rabbitohs working together and showing a bit of energy. The second half has been quite good, if not dominant. That's what you need, working together. Big man Rabbitohs, they hold him up and throw him out to the ocean.
Jack, stand up, Moses square. Moses off, they walk in. Wait,
Oh, he nearly lost that, Kalamatangi. Here's Arrow into some space, ankle tapped. And the ball's come out.
Campbell move. He's 10. Hold, hold.
And Laurie runs into Burgess and Murray and Arrow. Now DeBellin, now Ben Hunt. And Tane Milne, they thought he got clipped high, and he did.
It's foul play, Tane Milne.
Yeah, there a lot in that, but there was contact made high on Ben Hunt. This will help the Dragons. So we see this replay here. Tane Milne. It's up around the neck and head area, which is a penalty all the time now. Bit of extra work on the ground too. Benny Hunt having a bit of a giggle.
I want to see the Dragons score a try. Just to get back to where they were in the first half.
Sims now. Ball's come out.
Well, Cameron, whatever they had in the first half, they lost it.
Yeah, Gus, you're right. It's like when you're playing down this southern end, you just lose all your game plan, you lose your attitude towards defence. We got the blood moon up in the sky tonight.
Well, you asked me earlier what makes footballers tick. Why do they do the things they do? It's not just from week to week, from half to half.
Walker fires it to Johnston. Alex Johnston still going. Johnston tries to kick back over the top. It wasn't played at.
What do you want?
Sometimes the trap you can fall into when you have such a dominant half of football is you just try to defend your lead or try to cruise to the finish line. And maybe the Dragons have fallen into that trap slightly tonight. There's 10.5 minutes to go. There's still plenty of time for the Rabbitohs to score those 20 points. They're a good enough football side to do that.
Brad Fittler, when do you pick your Origin team? Have you got it picked? No, he's not there. He ran away as soon as he heard my voice.
Yeah, he doesn't like talking Origin.
Just see him get it out all out of the way.
Yeah, I know. Through the microphone, our floor manager said, I'm not talking about it.
I think it's picked, isn't it?
We'll learn the official team on Sunday night ahead of game 2. Can the Blues take us to a Suncorp decider?
Well, they fly out Monday morning, so they've got to book the tickets, haven't they? Ring the airlines and find out who's sitting where. We'll know the team.
Hang on. You're the one who tells everyone to wait until they name it. Now you want to ring the airline to find out who's in it. You're becoming a media vulture.
It'll be a charter flight, surely.
Brad, how many tickets have you got booked?
Including staff, about 35.
And you're in 1A?
That's a negative. We have player A in 1A, player B in 1B.
Right. So who's player A?
Can't tell you, mate.
Oh, no. Here's Walker for Milne now. Little kick. Oh. Cody Ramsey was there and he tries to sprint away from them.
I'm going to go on a limb and say James Tedesco.
I think he'd be in 1A. Was you used to fly in 1A, Coach?
Sorry?
Was you used to fly in 1A?
Ray Warren was in 1A. I had to fly with him and hold his hand, so I was in 1C. As the Paddy's fired down. It'll be right, Ray. Don't worry.
What happened with the helicopter that time, Gus, at the Gold Coast?
Funniest story ever.
Ramsey, Fasuli. Oh, she's big and strong and imposing. Cam, what have you made of Ramsey? He's been thrown back into that fullback role. I reckon he had a go or two at it last year as Rabbitohs competes for a ball here, which bounces for South. The referee.
I've got a St George knock on, then an offside off you guys. So it's your ball for a handover. You can't play on because it picks up offside. So
yeah, Ramsey, he's I suppose a work in progress at fullback, but his pace really troubles defenders, particularly when he joins in out wide.
Well, he was a standout as a fullback in lower grades, in junior grades coming through. Like most young fullbacks, they get their debut on the wing as they're awaiting a chance at their own position. So he made a good fist to the wing, but now he's back in his more favoured position, and you've got to learn it all over again. You've got to learn the defensive side of it, getting your defence organised and goal line defence and kick defence and all those sort of things. He's not a big boy, but he's brave. And as you say, he's extremely quick. But he was a standout in the under-20s and junior grades.
Well, that was the comment I was going to make, Gus. He's certainly a brave player. He's committed to every play that he's involved in. You see the Bunnies tossing the ball around a bit here.
Walker,
I thought that was a bit easy.
They got 6 again from a St George touchdown, and then it's an obstruction.
Guys, they're not challenging it. There's a knock-on off St George in the past. When they go back there, there's no advantage.
Right.
We can't play it here. Scrum, where do you want it? Where do you want it?
Okay, no advantage.
Okay,
So the penalty has been revoked, if you like, but it'll be a scrum feed here for South Sydney. World-class swimming is returning home tonight with the 2022 FINA World Championships live from Budapest, Hungary. Coverage begins this Saturday, live and exclusive on Nine's Wide World of Sports and 9 Now. Oh, swimming World Championships. Sport doesn't get much better than that. And we are served by some magnificent athletes in the pool. Ariane Titmus, what a sensation.
Great time of year for sport all over the world. All different types of sports.
US Open golf.
Yep.
Players terrified of the course. Here's Totola. Totola's pulled through a gap.
Good run. Good run.
Nikarima plays to Arrow. Lomax is there with Rabbitohs to make the tackle. A couple out from the line. Just over 5 to go now. Murray. Here's Taff. He kicks through. Mills chasing. Surley gets back there. He grounds it in the in goal.
That's in goal here, mate.
Well, it's been much better from the Rabbitohs in the second half. I just don't know what a performance like this says about them, though. I just don't know how you assess that first 40 minutes as to why it happened. Not what happened, why it happened. Why do you turn up and perform like that? What is it? What does it say about you? Because it's happened a couple of times this year.
Dragons scoreless in the second half. Freddie.
Well, it wasn't that far different to last year. I remember the Rabbits went up and played Penrith and got beat by 50. But then that kicked him into gear. They went on a roll and ended up playing the Panthers in the grand final. Maybe this is that game for them.
Nikarima now.
Yeah, they had a bloke called Adam Reynolds, though.
He's caught. He's tried so hard to spark them. 3 metres out when he was tackled there. Havili. Away to Taff. Big right foot step. DeBellin, along with Mbai, made the tackle on that occasion. It goes out to Walker, who's dropped it. Well, that sums up their night.
Play the ball there.
He can encapsulate South Sydney's night right there.
Where are we tomorrow night? In Melbourne?
Yep.
Melbourne Storm up against the Brisbane Broncos. They've got a good record against the Broncos, haven't they? But this is a different Broncos team this year. That'll be a real test for the Brisbane team, whether they can go down there to Melbourne and put up a competitive performance. And then Sunday, I think we're out at Bank West.
Combank,
sorry.
Yes.
Combank. I get me banks mixed up.
You got cash in every bank known to man. Yes, Canterbury trying to leapfrog off the back of what they did last week against the Tigers. DeBellin for Laurie. Now McCulloch's been sent back out there to finish off his 300th on the field. He's the 4th, number 9, to reach the 300 game mark. Oh, there's a kick.
That is hot.
What about that? Oh, and a stellar effort by Lomax too. That went miles in the air. That was above the light towers. Yes, Cameron Smith, Robbie Farah and Luke Prittis are joined by Andrew McCulloch as number 9s to reach the 300 game mark. The 44th player to play 300 games. When you consider how many players we've had in top grade rugby league, it's a very select group, isn't it? 44 members of the 300 club.
It's a lot of games. A lot of games. I never thought I'd live to see someone play 400.
I was thinking about a comeback.
But they did.
If so, he's rep football, then it's 500.
Oops.
The last shift here for Souths on this set. Here's Kalamatangi. He's got Milne on the inside. Slips a pass away to Nikarima and then to Havili. Kick by Nikarima over the top. And straight down the throat of Jack Bird, who was more than happy to oblige.
Into the last minute. Extraordinary first half from the Dragons. 32-0 at half-time. Played some brilliant football, dominated possession, blew the Rabbitohs off the park. The second half, the Rabbitohs lead 12-0. That's probably what it'll finish.
We'll go into the sheds too and find out what JT is loving. Thursday night knock-off straight after full-time here, only a couple of minutes away. That lead too, by the way, 32-0, was the third biggest half-time lead in St George Illawarra history.
Look, guys, tackle 4 in the middle. You have to set it up if you want to time off, guys. Stop the clock. No, it's over here, mate.
The Blood Moon strikes. Chaos and disruption.
Yeah, they were good, the Dragons. They were very poor, the Rabbitohs, but they were good, the Dragons. They just blew them off the park. The Rabbitohs night didn't start well, did it? They dropped the opening kick-off, and it kind of got worse from there. At least they showed a little bit of resilience in the second half. Played some nice football. Could have easily scored 1 or 2 more. So there's something for the Dragons to take out of it as well.
So Campbell Graham tackled, and the Dragons are going to hold him down. He'll get one last play the ball in. And Murray for Totola. The ball goes to Kalamatangi. Atpatane Milne tries to roll it through. Ball rebounds. Totola over the top. Murray's got it again. They got numbers out left here. If they give it, they'll score. Ball goes away to Taff. He throws a kick in. It's back with Souths. And Graham is tackled. Oh, he stripped at Rabbitohs. Rabbitohs! He tries to run upfield. They just get him from behind. Well, there's an exciting way to finish an exciting night for the Dragons fans. A good crowd here at Wynn Stadium in Wollongong, and they have been rewarded because that first half was really something special. St George Illawarra wouldn't have played too many better. A smile from ear to ear for Andrew McCulloch, who celebrates in fine fashion in his 300th game. So full-time in Thursday night football. The Dragons might have their season back on track here, 32-12 over South Sydney.